Skolt, what did they...
Treachery!
You carry the banner of Falstag, a giant who raids the people in this region. That is why they attacked you. It's an old trick. It's one of the ways Loki gets the Norsemen to fight one another.
Who are you?
She is Regenleaf, a servant of Odin. She's trying to stop Ragnarok. It was she who sent us to track Gargarensis.
That's right. And he is close. There are a few more clans in the next valley. If they still live, we might be able to convince them to join us.
We do not have much time.
Then we should go. You can leave the banner here.
Help us! The trolls are attacking!
Skipan.
Skipan?
Prosecke.
Yo.
Prostagma? Ulume.
Our thanks, strangers. Follow us. Our chieftain Blackhammer will want to meet you.
Malista.
Tilgisat.
Thank you for defending my men. You may use these buildings to ready your attack.
Trolls have taken over the caverns where we get most of our gold. Please help us.
Yo.
Alright, so this mission's actually changed a fair amount since I last played it. It's been patched, and also the ludicrous elements, kind of similar to the Dwarven Forge in the sense that the enemies create troops so damn fast. So, whilst the strategy itself hasn't changed too much, some of the individual tactics themselves are slightly different.
Destroy the underworld passage. The trolls are using it to reinforce their numbers.
Look out! Trolls ahead!
I am pretty sure Regenleaf's heal ability's been nerfed. It definitely doesn't feel quite as potent as it did before. Even though the heal is still crazy strong. Make sure we don't really want to lose those Valks. So basically just keeping the heroes alive whilst the heroes do all the damage. It's quite micro intensive, just for like this part. After this we could pretty much just group everything together and we don't have to do so much micro. But we definitely want to try and keep the Valks alive if we can.
More trolls!
Yo. Silbu. Til orustuslag.
Já. Samtykt. Satt.
I think that just showcases the strength of heals in this game.
Yo.
Já.
Kinda insane. And this feels nerfed as well. Like, I swear Regenleaf used to heal more and also for longer. Like, it feels more of like a short burst heal now rather than a long heal than it was previously. I could be wrong on that, but it feels different. Either way, still insanely strong.
Já.
Yo, yo.
Hver satt?
You're wondering why I'm not using the undermine ability on this underworld gate? There is a reason for it. I don't want to... Basically, this underworld gate spawns units as it loses health. And I don't want to
Hver þar?
deal with too many trolls all at once, which is what happens when you use undermine.
Tilbúin. Yo, ég
So we're basically controlling the rate of which the enemy spawns troops.
Yo.
Hver þar? Já.
Just the reasoning behind it.
Já.
The
Hver?
trolls are dead! Our people are free and our mines are safe once again.
So we can free this.
You saved us from the trolls. We can help you mining the gold in these caverns.
Hver þar? Samþykkt? Já.
Pop 4 onto
Satt.
farms.
Húkarl. Tilbúin?
Grab these guys and put them onto food if you want to age up ASAP Rocky.
Samþykkt. Ég satt.
Okay, so there's a couple of
Já,
changes
samþykkt.
in this mission. The enemy no longer attacks our base straight off the bat with a navy. So that allows us to basically just go straight through here and take down their dock. We do want to build 2 of these dragoons. And we do want to sort out upgrades as well.
Tilbúin, ég vil. Ég vil.
Til skipan.
Free my daughter from the giants, and my men will follow you.
Tilbúin. Já. Já. Skipan. Ég samþykkt.
How about
Já,
these
ég
to the
Já.
group?
Ég
Just want
vil
to take
já.
care of this dock
Samþykkt. Til orustu slatrás.
and the krakens.
Til já. Já.
So this is very much a Ragnarok mission.
Tilbúin.
We should be taking full advantage of the fact that we need lots and lots of
Skipan.
villagers.
Hver til slatrás. Já.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take care of the
Skipan. Já,
transport
satt, ég satt.
with the 2 dragoons we just built.
Já, já,
These
samþykkt.
guys can then just
Já.
stop any invasions.
Hver þar? Já.
Skipan? Samþykkt.
I don't want to grab upgrades.
Já.
Taking care of the transport just stops the enemy from sending any drops over to our main base.
Já, ég vil. Til skipan.
Tilbúið samþykkt. Já, grjótsveinn.
We up to the upgrades.
Hver það? Satt.
Okay, the enemies will target the hill fort, so we kind of want to deal with them out in the open before they actually get close enough or within range. Kind of messes with their target priority as well. Want to go for Skadi. Skadi is very important here because of the frost ability. It's kind of insane on this mission. And the reason being the enemy stacks up so heavily, you can get such a good surround, basically.
Já.
Hver þar? Skip?
I want to put more
Yes,
people
yes,
on
sir.
farm eco.
Tilbúin.
I think we're one
Skipan,
short
ég vil.
there. So one more on that.
Já. Ég við samskip? Já. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil satt.
So we want to try and get a decent surplus of resources, since once we pop Ragnarok,
Já.
which we're pretty much racing towards, That'll be the end of any resource gathering for a little while. I mean, naturally, we can build more workers after the fact. It's not a problem. But yeah, obviously, we won't be gathering resources for quite a while.
Já. Já.
I believe they've. Oh, they haven't killed the transport yet.
Tilbúin.
Fyrir þar.
They're going to be racing straight towards the next upgrade as well, or the next age. And we'll be getting a boulder for Ragnarok, which is honestly the victory condition in this mission, for the most part. Definitely want to be grabbing all the upgrades before we pop it. The Ragnarok, I mean. We've already got the hill fort from completing, well, from waltzing up to this base. Do want to grab the upgrades, however. I'm going to preemptively build a couple more temples.
Skipan, ég vil, hvað það samþykkt? Skipan? Já, satt og rótsveit. Tilbúin.
So Ragnarok is the most efficient supply unit because all of the villagers just cost 1. And obviously they'll turn into really powerful units. So kind of want to be focusing almost entirely on building villages rather than troops. Because troops are kind of supply inefficient to a degree. Because they cost like 2 or 3, or myth units are even worse. Like myth units tend to cost like 3 or 4 population. And we're basically going to build an overcapped army to take down 2 bases. That's kind of the goal of this mission. Well, it's actually not that technically. There are definitely ways you can avoid a lot of major fights by just going for the objectives, but our goal, a personal goal if you will, is to take care of the entirety of Red. So both bases. Just trying to lure them away from their base. The ballista.
Til orustuslag fyrir það. Já.
Hvað það? Ég vil. Grjótsveit.
So I want to grab every single upgrade before we engage the enemy.
Tilbúin.
Til fyrir þar.
Leie.
Alright, so we want to build up a bit of a surplus of resources, which is why we're not popping Ragnarok just yet. We've still got upgrades to go. I mean, we can rebuild villages, that's not necessarily a problem, but in the same token, we do want to make sure that we've got resources to rebuild troops on the fly. Ideally, we do this in one fell swoop and not have to
Ég vil.
mess around after the fact.
Tilbúin.
Get it.
Já. Ég vil.
So we want to build one army to take on two, basically.
Já, ég vil.
Which is no mean feat.
Hver þar? Skipan?
Right, let's start moving the troops down.
Hver þar? Já. Satt.
Or soon to be troops, I should say.
Hver þar? Ég vil. Tilbúin. Samþykkt.
Skipan. Tilbúin. Satt. Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Hver satt? Já.
Right.
Já. Satt, ég vil.
We've got the old conga line of troops. Delete these. So we've got 100 villagers, so we can't build any more villas. So instead we'll make up the rest of the troops with actual myth units, etc. And infantry.
Tilbúin.
Hver það? Ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Satt.
Right, time to pop Ragnarok.
Skip tilbúin. Já. Skipan. Hver þar?
Up the massive conga line that is.
Tilbúin.
Tilbúin. Já. Something.
Ja, something. Yes, satt.
Tilbúin.
Stranger, help us defend our town by building towers at the flagged site, and we will join you.
Já, samþykkt.
Oh dear. Why did you do that?
Hver þar?
Okay, well that's a bit of a problem, potentially.
Já, hver þar? Ég vil. Samþykkt.
There's always one who's got to waltz off. Alright, let's get these guys over here just to defend this base then.
Já. Satt.
That wasn't intentional.
Já.
So Undermine is amazing at taking down defensive buildings and gates,
Já.
but it's terrible at taking down actual, like, buildings, like traditional buildings. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus down all of their temples and production buildings.
Já. Já. Ég vil.
So what we're going to do is we're going to try and group these guys up as much as possible.
Já, til orrustuslag.
The more we can catch in one frost, the better.
Tilbúin. Já, something. Já, til orrustuslag. Já,
I'm just going to split these into two
Já,
groups.
ég vil. Já. Hver þar? Til orrustuslag. Til orrustuslag.
But the goal during the frost is to take care of all of their production.
Já. Til orrustuslag.
We'll deal with the troops and what's remaining afterwards.
Hver? Já. Tilbúin. Ég vil.
Já.
Skipa samt aðráð. Hver til orrustuslag. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Sjá. Skip samþykkt. Já. Aðráð. Til já.
And once the frost is cleared, we can just basically clear everything else out.
Hver þar?
Kind of a little bit miffed that that got triggered.
Já. Já.
Don't actually know what happens when that gets destroyed. Though I guess we'll soon find out.
Hver þar? Til orrustuslag. Já, hver þar? Tilbúin. Ég vil.
Nothing. The only downside, the enemy's probably building a massive army behind this. Which is going to make our lives a little bit more tricky. When we finally get to this location.
You have freed my daughter and defeated the giants. My men and I owe you thanks.
Sa.
So the strat on the other side is actually pretty similar. It's not too... essentially, we're just going to freeze the army and then deal with all their production buildings. And then whatever's left we can deal with. I guess it really doesn't matter that all this gets destroyed. It's kind of funny. Although, thank you, Fire Giant, for triggering it when you weren't supposed to, but it's all good. It's actually quite funny.
Something.
Well, that's in the way. Wow, this was supposed to be a lot easier, but I've apparently made it difficult for myself because of a rogue mount fire giant. Cheers, Matt. Appreciate it. Unbelievable. Luckily, the strategy should still work.
Something sat.
I think that that fire giant was a rogue. He's working for the enemy, trying to undermine me. How dare he? Alright, this is a little bit tricky in that we need to try and make sure that we don't get in a position where we can't move around the enemy. So basically, similar to last time, taking care of all the production buildings so the enemy can't reproduce units post-frost. And then whatever's left we'll just take care of. Just kind of want to group everyone up. I mean, to be fair, we've got such a big army here. This is only going to go one way. There's our Cantos. There we go. And that, my friends, is pretty much all she wrote for this mission. I'm gonna bring these guys to build my oh, these guys are here. Cool. They'll do. Let's go Team 0. I'll do. So we need to build 5, don't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't actually matter where you build them either, as long as it's inside the the range of the towers.
Já, samþykkt. Fyrir ég vil samþykkt. Fyrir satt. Já,
Skipan, já, satt.
skipan.
Tilbúin.
Skipan, skipan.
Easy game, easy life.
Já. Já, ég vil.
That, my friends, is all she wrote for this mission. Despite not going...
We fight for you.
Despite not going exactly to plan, worked out pretty well. Alrighty folks, well that'll right about do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. If this is the kind of content you enjoy, then please do consider subscribing to the channel. It does help support the channel, be greatly appreciated. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. And as always, I shall see you in the next video.